In another life, across the sea or somewhere just as far away, I was Junior Field Medic Kiri Amaranth. Now it's usually just Kiri. It's been 14 years, 3 months, and 28 days since I've been home. I'm almost 200 years old, and sometimes I still catch myself counting the hours. I miss home, but more than home, I miss her, the Queen. The last time I saw her was when she was captured in the final days of the war, right before my exile. I just can't help but feel restless in this place. I guess that's why I took up wandering. But it hasn't been all bad. There are wonderful people in this part of the world. There's beauty, both natural and magical, just waiting to be found. And this is where I met Dev. They're not quite like anyone I've encountered before, but they remind me of home. It's been nice to have someone to travel with again. But I still call out to her every night. She never answers. I don't know if she's still out there, still alive, but I have to have faith. For myself, for my people, and for my queen.
Hi there. I'm Devereaux Thistlebrook. My family owns Featherdown Traders. It's a small farm and general merchant operation headquartered in the small hamlet of Featherton. It's just on the other side of the hills outside of Faybreach. The farm produces wonderful cheeses, and they grow, dry, and distribute many different blends of tea. My younger sister Desiree is taking over the family business for my mother. But me? I guess I'm a bit of an oddity in halfling culture. You see, most halflings are perfectly content to stay home and keep a predictable, dull routine. Ugh. Me, though? I don't care for business or homesteading or any of that predictable stuff. It's boring, mundane, sedentary. So I've decided to spend my life as an explorer, just like my dad before me. There's always so much out there to see: plants, animals, and all manner of fantastic creatures. I just gotta get out and see it for myself. So, I use some of my skills to act as a cartographer and guide for hire for other adventurers and travelers. I also keep a journal of all my own experiences, and I catalog the strange and wonderful things that I've seen in my trips. Someday, I hope that I'll write a book of my own. And when it gets published, I can be famous. Well, I can be more famous than any other halfling I've ever heard of in the realms. You know?
Why, hello there. I'm Salix of the Evertrees. I was raised by my parents in the massive forest just south of Valzara with my brother Kendall. We are only about a year apart in age, and we've always been really close, but we're pretty different. I'm a druid of the land, tasked with the care of a very old willow tree. The magic was strong in my blood when I was younger, so I was marked with ink I made from her bark. Kendall, not so much. A while back, I also heard of the god Cord, and it struck something in me. Since then, I've been training with the monks at the monastery outside Valzara to answer the call of the Stormlord. I don't know what he has in store for me, but I know it's something important. I recently also had to get Kendall out of some trouble he got himself into after he decided to leave our people. Now we're on the road for adventure. I don't want to live without him. We belong together like tea and honey. I don't know how far I can go from my tree, though. No one in our community has ever left their grove for very long or gone very far. But I guess we'll find out. Willow will be safe with Mother and Father. I hope.
Hi there, my name's Kendall Evertree from the Evertree Grove. It's a pleasure to meet you. Where are you from? Wait, no, that's not what this is about. Let me start from the beginning. I'm Kendall. Kendall Evertree, and I was born to the Evertree Grove. The Evertree Grove is south of Alzara. Normally an elf born into the grove becomes a druid, and becoming a druid means that you bond to a tree and you forever take care of it to make sure nothing ever happens to that tree. Now, although there's nothing wrong with that, that just wasn't me, which is a little strange, specifically because my mom and dad are the elders of the grove, and their firstborn is kind of expected to go down that same line. And to be honest, most everybody in the grove is a druid. Okay, everybody in the grove's a druid except for me. I'm actually quite proud of that. There isn't really anybody in the grove's history who didn't bond to a tree. Now, it kind of labeled me as an outcast, but that's okay with me. I don't plan on staying around too long, and I've actually left already, but I got myself into trouble. The trouble always seems to find me somehow. It's definitely not my fault. I don't care what Salix tells you. Oh yeah, and how could I tell you about myself without telling you about Salix? Salix is my younger sister and my best friend. She's basically the grove's prodigy. She's the best druid I've ever seen. And, well, she keeps me out of trouble. We do everything together, and, well, she's my voice of reason, and without her, I don't know what I'd do. But now we're going out into the world, and we're going to explore. We're going to see every corner of this world, and the realm, I know, has a lot to offer. So if you have any place that you know is amazing, just send me a message. I'd love to see it. Well, anyways, I'll see you around.
Hello. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. I'm Camille, and I'm your host. And I have a question. Are y'all ready for this?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Yep.
I'm
Let's
ready
do
for the
it.
jam.
Last we left off, our party had just met with a stranger named Sentinel, who spoke to Kendall about being a Horizon Walker. You all are getting ready to spend another night in the Wildwoods. Who is taking first watch?
I'll
I
take
can't, I
first
don't need
watch.
sleep.
Does Devereaux even take watch?
Are you kidding? The roads are safe. I just curl up and go to sleep.
Yeah, I think, can I just lay down for a little bit?
Go ahead. I need to meditate for a while. A lot happened today.
And I go and lay next to the closest tree and just sit up straight and kind of just relax a little bit.
If there's any problems, wake me up if you need me. And I just plop down next to Kendall.
Kiri?
I would take first watch, I think.
Perfect. Can I have a perception check, for you, please?
You can. Let's see. Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. 16 total.
Okay. Can you describe to me what you're doing on this watch?
Probably just like pacing around the perimeter of the camp.
Okay. Okay. With that 16, you would hear off in the distance, as you expect, movement. Birds, rabbits, deer, maybe something larger like a wolf or Nothing approaches your camp, however. The canopy of the wildwoods, verdant as ever, blocks your vision a bit from the night sky. But what you can see... One second. What you can see is through these patches of leaves is a very bright sky. Very bright night sky. The stars are crystal clear. The moon is waxing. It's beautiful. But it's not home. How long do you stay on watch? 4 hours?
4 hours, yeah.
Okay. Those 4 hours go by peacefully, quietly.
All right. For Kendall and Salix, which one of you would have indicated that you would take second watch?
I would.
I just plopped down and went straight into a trance.
They can actually technically both take second watch since your trances are only 4 hours long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess if Kendall didn't indicate to me that he was intending on taking first watch, I will just go over and sort of nudge Salix out of her trance. And the trees around here are big trees, right?
Yes, very big.
Would it be possible for me to climb one and take a trance on a large branch?
Yes.
All right, I will do that.
Okay.
I will just start pacing around a little bit, looking around at the whatever I see around me, anything interesting at all.
Well,
keeping kind of a sweeping gaze over for anyone coming.
I think at this point, I'll start to stir awake or come out of my trance and notice her pacing back and forth, and I'll say, I'll get up as to not wake up Dev, and slowly walk over to Salix and just make sure she's okay. Doing okay?
Yeah, it was just a really long day. The forest feels different now.
Yeah, how so?
Well, so after Dev came to camp to tell us that you ran off towards something, they said you needed help. We started running, and I saw your markings, and I started to apologize to the trees as I ran, touching them, and something happened. It was like my druid craft healed the trees, but I didn't use it at all. I just, it's so hard to explain. I connected with the forest all around me, and every animal and plant here. And it gave back in a way.
Yeah? I don't know much about, I know a lot about you, but is that normal? Isn't that you connected to the forest already?
It's kind of different because the bonding, I was connecting to one particular tree. The only knowledge I gained from it was just her root structure and her leaves and her as a whole. But it was like I gained everything around me. Even the animals, Fuzzy.
Doesn't it feel good though? Isn't this what you want?
Well, yes, it's It's strange.
I don't know. It doesn't seem so strange to me.
Okay.
I know that you're a great druid, and I'm not surprised that this happened.
You're sweet.
Hey,
You
how
know
come
I
you're only
love
nice to
you.
me when they're asleep over there?
Well, someone has to keep you in line.
Well, now I've got 3.
I don't think Dev is going to keep you in line, Fuzzy.
Yeah,
I
they're
know
pretty
you
awesome,
very
aren't
well,
they?
and I can't.
I mean, aside from being way cooler than you used to be, is there anything else?
Well, I mean, you've been in trouble before, but this was big. Yesterday was big.
Yeah, it kind of
And
was, huh?
you're different too.
I mean, I don't feel different. I guess what happened yesterday was different, but I don't know. Right now,
I
feel
take your
okay.
face between my hands and I look
Yeah.
in your eyes and I
Uh-huh.
say, I can see it, brother.
What can you see?
Your squishy face that's
No, but
changed in some way. I don't know what or how, but there's something different about you today.
I think it's because you're squishing my cheeks.
I put my hands down. I'm serious.
I know what you mean. I do feel responsible now. More, not not in that way that you're thinking, but I feel responsible for things, or almost obligated to do things now. And I think that's
Wow.
okay, because if that vision I had, or that dream that I had, was any indication of the future, I'm gonna make sure it doesn't happen. But anyways, are you hungry?
Yeah, let's have some leftover turkey.
Oh, leftover turkey. And then
I saved your leg.
Yes. Where? Show me.
And I pull out a turkey leg from my bag after crossing the camp.
My favorite. I'm so glad Dev kept on to this.
Well, I did say I was saving it for them, but you're my brother.
Oh, geez. Now I have to save some of it for them.
Well, it would be nice. I'm sure they would like it for breakfast.
I mean, they kind of did help out a lot. Did you see the arrows that came out of the thing that they did?
Yeah, that was amazing.
I wasn't feeling all too great when it happened, and I wasn't too sure that it did happen, but it was pretty amazing.
I think that it's very easy to underestimate Dev. But they've got a big ol' heart and stomach.
I look over at Dev, and then I ask, "Where's Kiri? Did they leave?"
I just point up.
Oh, oh.
Shh.
Yeah, we don't want to get them out of their trance. How did they get up there with all that armor? Anyways, I'll be back. And then I just grabbed the turkey leg and I sat down.
I was gonna say, if you started walking off, I was gonna say, don't go far, please. I will continue my pacing around, keeping watch.
Let me get a perception check from the both of you.
Oh, that wasn't great.
Let's say 22.
15.
Okay. See, Alex, there doesn't seem to be much out of the ordinary. But Kendall, something doesn't smell right.
Oh,
In fact, it's one of those things that once you smell it, you can't unsmell it.
oh, what's that?
It reminds you of decay.
Oh, oh, uh-oh. Do you smell that?
After he points it out, Salix, you can smell it once it's pointed out to you.
And I walk over to Dev and no, and then
Oh,
yeah.
wait.
What?
I will. Oh gosh. I close my eyes and concentrate, and you can see my my tattoos start to light up green, and then they change to a very dark brown. And I turn into a common wolf.
Salix, this is your very first transformation.
Oh, oh, just like that.
I look up at you, and you can. My eyes haven't really changed. You can see it's still me there. And I start to sniff around to see if I can pinpoint where the smell is coming from.
Sure.
No, hold on. Don't just walk away like that. Oh, wait, hold on.
You can see me sniffing, and I'm going slowly, but I'm gonna start circling the camp. And
As she circles the camp, I want to cast Primeval Awareness.
Okay. Read that to me.
And as an action, I'll get this out of here. As an action, you can expend 1 ranger spell slot, 1 minute per level, to sense whether any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fays, fiends, or undead are present within 1 mile of you.
Okay. Let's hold on. Read those again. That's a lot.
I just want to say it doesn't reveal the creature's locations or
It's
the
just like,
number.
if it is there. Okay. You would sense within a mile of you. You would sense aberrations. Keep going.
Celestials,
Mm-hmm.
dragons,
Mm-hmm.
elementals,
Mm-hmm.
fae,
Okay.
fiends,
Okay.
or undead.
You sense honestly pretty much everything.
Okay, don't go too far. I feel not good about this. Can I still call you Petals? Do you need a different name? Shake your head, Petals.
I nod.
Okay, there is a lot out there, and this. Okay, can you focus on just the one smell?
Yeah. Salix, let me get a survival check with an advantage. You have proficiency in this.
Okay. Why'd I mute? I don't know. Oh. Let's see. Actually, me and the wolf's perception or survival, and survival are the same. It'd be at 16.
Okay. You do sense this smell is coming from a specific location. You you can tell the general direction when it's coming from. It's coming from the north. The north.
Is it-
Okay.
The westish, mostly north, a little northwest.
Is that the way we came?
Nope, that's the way you're going.
Great. I will sniff the trail a little bit, and look back, and then shake my head, and then go back to camp.
I will say it's less of a trail. It's not that
Okay.
this is not a thing that has been has moved through your area. It's something that it seems to be emanating from a specific location.
Oh, okay. Well, I will go that way a little bit. Turn around, look at my brother, shake my head no, and then walk back to camp.
No.
Can you-
No what?
Before you do that, so as you get closer, even in your wolf form, your senses are stronger, especially your sense of smell, than you've ever experienced before. The stench of decay is so strong that you actually begin to feel nauseated. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw in this form.
Oof. Okay, that is...
It is horrible.
Oh, 18.
Okay, you do not lose your lunch, but
Yay.
it is retching.
Yeah. I will...
You feel as though it wouldn't be as bad in your elven form,
Okay.
but it's still
I will-
pretty terrible.
I will go ahead and drop my form then. Now that I have an idea of where it's coming from, much better. That was gross. That's disgusting. Oh, it's like I could taste it.
Oh, what did it taste like?
You remember those corpses we were digging up?
You were doing that.
Yeah. Do you remember seeing them? Because, you saw them, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, well, it was like if you licked it.
Oh, why would? Ugh. So,
Yeah,
so
I
you think
almost lost that
that's-
turkey.
Oh man. Oh, that is. Where? And it was over there, the way that you were going.
Yeah, we should not go that way until everybody else has gotten their rest. We will just keep watch.
Was the smell getting closer, or
Particularly
did
in
it just?
No, we were getting closer to it, but it didn't seem like it was like moving
that
just
way,
kind
the
of
way that we were going?
emanating. Yeah, so we're gonna wait for them, and then we'll
Oh.
go investigate all together once everybody has had a good night's sleep.
Oh, I bet you a turkey that Kiri doesn't want to do that.
Kiri
don't-
might want to go investigate and help out whatever it may be, but we wouldn't know until they're done with their trance.
That's
So
true.
we should just wait.
I don't want to eat this turkey anymore. It's got all this smell on it. Is there anything do you have sage? Can we burn some? It smells really bad still.
I start picking a little bit of sage out of my crown and I start growing it with Druidcraft. And I say, I will have sage to burn for you as soon as there's enough here. Okay?
Awesome. And then
Just go
I-
sit down.
I take the rest of my turkey leg and I go sit next to Dev, and I kind of waft it over in front of their face.
You're terrible. You're going to wake them up.
Well, they've been asleep for a while.
Just give them a little bit longer.
What time is it? What?
We can hear you.
It's about 6 or 7 in the morning.
As you wave the turkey leg over my face, I roll over a little bit. 10 more minutes. This.
Wow, that's a lot of sleep.
Let them sleep.
Okay, I'll let them sleep. And then I sit down and I kind of put my arm around them and help them get comfortable. I'll just stay here then.
It's a good idea. I'll keep watch. And I keep particular eye in the direction of the disgusting smell as I Druidcraft sage burn later.
Also, don't ask me how I know this, but there's all types of different things around here. Just very close by, so I won't go anywhere if you promise not to go anywhere.
Not going anywhere. We're just going to keep our friends safe.
Devereaux, you feel extra snuggled. And Salix, let me get a wisdom check.
That was a 16.
Okay. You remember when you were running to help your brother, Kendall, how the forest seemed to speak to you almost, not with words, like you speak to your friends or your family, but with images and scents and smells and feelings. You get a sense as you look towards where the smell is coming from that something is wrong. That whatever... Let me just say, life and death are normal. Death is normal. In the way of the world, in the way of nature. From your new abilities, from the forest around you, you get the sense that whatever is happening is not normal. Which you probably would not have gotten just from smell alone. Because it does smell like death. That much is becoming very clear to you. That's all.
I contemplate that and continue making sage.
Okay.
Once I have a good sized bundle, I use Druidcraft to help dry it out little by little. And then I'll burn a little.
It does help.
Snub it out and save the rest.
Kiri, your trance comes to an end.
Do I smell this mystery trash smell?
A bit. Would you like to take a look around as the sun comes up?
Sure. Do I see anything interesting from my elevated position?
Why don't you make a perception check for me?
Right. 12.
No, not really. You do see that... Oh, let me back that up. You do not see anything that relates to what you smell. You do, however, see a break in the tree line. Since you're at the very top, you see a break in the tree line a couple miles up, and what looks to be a town.
Which direction is this?
Northwest.
Oof. Is the sunrise pretty?
Beautiful.
Yay!
Do I get to see the sunrise too?
You can see the sunrise filtering through the verdant green trees, which makes it even more beautiful to you.
Yep.
Shades
Perfect.
of red and gold and orange filtering in through the branches. Yeah.
As the sun rises, I say a small prayer to Cord. Nothing in particular, just protect us and guide us. That's it.
I will hop down from my tree, probably note that Dev and Kendall are sleeping. And is Salix just kind of hanging out in the middle of the camp or something?
Probably sitting with her back up against a tree to one side, looking at the northwest.
Yeah.
But, you know, gaze shifts around to other things and not really doing or saying anything, just sitting with her arms up on her knees.
Sure. I will approach Salix, not sitting, and indicate the northwest. There's a town in that direction. Do you think we should stop?
We should definitely stop. Something isn't right up there. I don't know what it is, but it's definitely not right.
What kind of not right?
I'm not sure exactly. It does smell like death, though. And not your normal death. I don't know how I know. There's something wrong there. It's my job to figure it out.
You think we should still head that way?
We have to. Or I have to. Kendall will probably come with me, I'm sure.
me, Alex, one quick second here. Are there any animals in the immediate vicinity? Like things that I can like just see?
A couple birds, yeah.
Okay. Then I will cast Speak with Animals on myself.
Okay.
And this just kind of looks like I'm just sort of taking a deep breath and sort of breathing in the forest. And I'll just look at a small bird up on a branch, just like, "Hello, dear one. Do you have a moment?" And just sort of extend my hand. If I have any like nuts or seeds or something,
I'm sure you do.
rations, I'll offer those as well.
It's a little finch. And again, Tilted said.
I have a question. Was that an instant cast or a ritual cast?
I don't think paladins get ritual casting.
They
so
do not.
For me, it was just
That's
instant,
fine.
yeah.
I was just asking. Thank you.
It Tilted said. Flutters down, branch at a time until it comes onto your extended fingers.
I will point towards the northwest. Is something bad happening there?
Yes, very, very bad.
Could you tell me what it is?
It looks like a plant, but it's not. It's very scary.
Okay.
You should stay away. We should stay away from it.
Is anyone hurt over in that direction? Does anybody need help?
Help? I don't know. I don't know, but the plan is starting to move. It's starting to uproot, and it smells terrible. We stay away.
About how far away is it?
A 5-minute flight.
Okay. Thank you very much. And I will I don't know how this bird wants to take these seeds, but I will leave the seeds for the bird or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it'll take it and begins to scarf them down, and then.
Yeah.
Thank you. Flutters away.
I didn't know you could speak to animals.
You know, it's a lot easier back home. Most of them talk by themselves, you know. But anyway, it's a plant or something like one. 5-minute flight north for a finch. Not quite sure what that means for us, but
Not a very long walk.
I don't think so. Not at all.
Do you think Dev has slept long enough now? It's been a while.
I don't think Dev ever believes they've slept long enough, but
Fair.
it is morning. It's getting bright.
That's true. Maybe we'll wait a little bit longer. But I definitely know we need to go that way. What did the bird say?
Yeah, what did the bird say?
Was that Kendall speaking?
What did the
That was-
bird say?
That was Kendall speaking.
Okay.
What's going on here? Oh, good
Somebody
morning,
can-
everyone.
I guess Kiri talked to a bird, I think.
Oh, is that what that chirping was? Wait, you talk
Something
to
like that.
birds?
Sometimes.
What do they have to
Anyway,
say?
in this case, lots of things. It's some sort of plant-like being that is not a plant. A bit to the northwest of here. It's moving. And the other animals find it terrifying, repulsive somehow. They don't approach it. So
I
I don't think-
immediately.
I was just gonna say, I don't think that anyone is in immediate danger, but if we intend to go northwest, or honestly, I think anywhere in the immediate vicinity, we should probably deal with this.
Yeah, if there's a plant that's not supposed to be here, that's kind of my job. But do I know of any plants that move on their own?
Why?
Like other than the normal plant movements, which are extremely slow over a very long period of time. But-
Sure. I will say this would be an Arcana check. Which, are you proficient in Arcana?
No.
Then I'll let you roll a nature check, but I will say that the DC. I want to let you roll for it, but it's almost next to impossible. Because
I
this
can make an Arcana check. I mean, with a high DC. Well, I probably can't, but I.
Why don't we roll a d20 and we'll see what happens?
Okay. That's an 11 on the 20.
Okay. In fact, I think this is better for the story because with your extensive knowledge of plants, you do not have any idea what this could be, which is in itself saying something.
Yeah, okay. That's the non-information is information in itself.
Yes.
Yeah, if there's a plant that's moving and scares animals, apparently, that's not normal. I need to take care of that. Is it off in the same direction as the smell?
If the smell is coming from the northwest,
Yes.
then yes. I will say to the rest of everybody who is now awake, there's also a town in that direction, so I don't think this is a problem that can be left alone for very long.
Oh, a town?
Smell? All I smell is this delicious turkey leg, and I take the leg and start eating it.
Sure, you can have it, Dev. Here you go.
You did say you were saving it for him.
Well, they didn't know that.
Them.
Well, yeah. If it makes you feel better, it's got the stench of death.
It does not. This area does.
Well, if Salix needs to go, I say let's go.
Let Dev have their breakfast first.
I can
We
eat it
had
and walk.
breakfast already. All right.
And
Well, let's
I-
pack up then.
You pack up
Mr.
all of your belongings and head in this direction.
Did we get a long rest?
You got a long rest. Oh my goodness.
Yay!
You nerds.
No, you.
Yeah,
Can I walk next to Kiri?
of course.
So, have you always been able to talk to birds?
This is the first time I've ever spoken to them around here. Back home, most animals just talk like, well, not most, but there are a lot of animals that just talk like we do.
They just talk?
yeah.
Where are
talking
you
horses
from? Horses?
and people around here call it the Feywild.
Oh, the Fae.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep. But there are lots of talking animals there, and
Are they the ones that taught you how to talk to these ones?
for the most
Is
part,
it just birds you can talk to?
I imagine if I tried hard enough, I could probably talk to most things. Not that good with like fish.
Fish.
Yeah,
Can I be honest with you about something?
sure.
I don't think I've ever had a good experience with a Fae. Are they nice where you're from?
Yeah. So where the Fae that you would probably experience are to some extent a lot like us. They wander and get into trouble and fight things, and they're adventurous and bold, and they have their own customs and cultures. And
Tie you up and throw you in a river. Just
y-
for an example.
yeah, no, that is a thing that some do. You're
Mm-hmm.
not wrong. But I imagine it's probably really similar to what we're about to do. I imagine we're walking towards some dangerous plant thing that we don't understand, and I doubt we're going to be able to talk to it, so we're probably going to kill it or re-kill it or something like that.
Well,
So-
I'm not gonna kill a plant unless Salix says it's okay.
I don't think it's really a plant, but
Well, we don't know that yet.
no, you're right. And
I mean,
think
do
it's
you know
probably-
that?
The forest doesn't seem to think it's a plant.
Oh. And this is the thing that smells like death, right?
Mhm.
Dead plant. Okay.
But anyway, a lot of the Fae are out here are sort of wild, mischievous, adventurous ones. And back home, they're, well, I can't really use the word predictable, but I guess I have had good interactions with the Fae.
Well, maybe one day you can introduce me to some of the nice ones.
I'd like to.
As you all walk along further and further, the smell gets worse.
Ooh, okay. Now I'm starting to smell that.
Oh yeah, it's getting
Oh.
so much worse.
I definitely can't change forms here.
Oh, wait, what
This'll.
are you talking about? Change? Come on.
Oh! I can turn into a wolf. Well, actually, I can turn into quite a few different animals, but that's not the point. When I am turned into something else, it my sense of smell's a little better. Well, sometimes I guess, depending on what I'm sorry, I'm rambling a little. I'm very nervous right now.
Yeah, is there? And I reach into my bag and pull out rip off a piece of rag, and I use it to cover my mouth, and then I rip off a second piece and I bring it over to Salix.
Thank you. I'm going to continue to follow this spell.
Oh
and-
man, this is really bad.
Okay.
I will do the same thing for myself and Dev.
Ooh, I pick a little lavender off of part of my crown. I Druidcraft that back, and I Druidcraft a little bit for everybody to put in their masks.
Oh, I'm not a fan of lavender, but it's so much better than this.
I figured it would help with the smell a little bit more.
Oh yes, thank you so much.
Question.
Answer.
So, new trick. Prestidigitation, I can make a faint odor. Can I try and make a smell under people's noses that smells slightly less pungent?
Definitely.
Perhaps coupled with the lavender. What would be great to go with lavender? Maybe the scent of cooking berries.
Okay. Yeah. I'll allow it. Yeah.
Oh,
And I can activate a couple of those. Oh, I forgot how many offhand. Was it 3? I'd do it for everyone but me, I guess. Team player.
Oh,
And
What does it
gonna
look
make
like?
us hungry.
what does it look like is a great question. I reach out into my bag as we're walking and I pull out my little diary and I'm looking at the instructions that were left for me and I read the little inscription there. It's probably elvish wording of some sort, and I kind of flick my fingers under each of your noses in turn, and it makes a pleasant odor. It smells like just blackberries and raspberries being like cooked down.
Oh, that smells. What's on? Let me see. What's on your hand?
Well, now I want pie.
Well, if you can gather berries, maybe we can make one later. But this is pretty rough. I figured you all could use something to ease the passage. Ugh, I've got this turkey leg anyways.
Why don't you do it to yourself?
Turkey leg. Oh, yeah, that's great. I'm not gonna want turkey for a little while.
Thanks, Dev. You're the best.
I give you a kiss on the cheek. Thank you. And I continue moving.
Okay. So, as you move towards towards the smell, who's got a passive higher than 15? Passive perception.
Not me.
Salix, you would notice that by the way, has everybody marked their full rest in D&D Beyond? Okay.
I did expend a wild shape after my full rest, though.
Of course.
So,
Somebody was mentioning that Ren only has 8 hit points.
oh,
I went back into a trance with Dev for another 4 hours after primeval awareness. Can I undo that slot, or should I leave it used?
Go ahead and leave it used for now. Okay. Salix, what you start to sense is something large. Something unnatural is the word that comes to your mind. You hear it next. Like a root being pulled from the ground. A massive root being pulled from the ground. That ripping, earthy sound. And then just through the trees you can see movement.
okay. I immediately stop, and I assume Kendall's probably walking next to me, or Kiri. And I put my arm out to stop them. And I say, everybody, shh. Over there. Do you hear it? Very quietly.
After she points it out to you all, you can see it. A massive shape in the distance. Maybe the size of a large boulder. You see this thing is round in shape, sits close to the ground, shifts and moves. The top of it has what almost look like to be yellow buds, but the ends are crimson, dark red, where the bud comes to form the tip. You hear buzzards in the distance as well. And you hear another sound like tearing from the ground. What do you do?
Does it sound like it's getting closer to us, or just moving across?
It's not. It doesn't seem to be moving away from its general place where it is.
I will drop low, spear in one hand, and start moving quietly towards it.
Kendall?
Am I able to tell what type of creature it is from where we're at?
You've never seen this creature before.
Never seen it. Okay, so I'm gonna pull out some of the holy water from my pack, and I'm gonna sip on some of it and cast protection from good and evil on myself.
Okay.
And then with that, I will pull out my 2 short swords and be ready behind actually Salix.
Okay.
About how far away is it?
200 feet.
200 feet. Okay. I will walk up like real slowly, much slower than them because I can't sneak with anything. And I will just get ready to dash, I guess.
Okay. Devereaux.
Going.
Ooh, wait. Before I start sneaking off, I put a hand on Dev's shoulder and I whisper some druidic words and cast Longstrider on them.
And face the game.
Devereaux,
I
you
mean-
feel this warmth take you. Your feet feel a little faster than normal.
You
I
have
guess that means we're sneaking, huh?
10 extra feet of movement.
Thank you. I draw my short sword and I slink behind the 2 of you. And by slink, I mean just kind of look down and have my sword at my side as I follow behind.
Okay. The 4 of you begin to move closer, inching towards this creature. You find a break in the trees, Salix, Kendall, Devereaux, Kiri, and that's where you get your first very good look at this monstrosity. Salix, it's definitely a plant, but to call it so would be a perversion. It is a massive round figure, as I said. Its general color of dark green. It has massive tentacles coming from the bottom that it is using to shove into the earth and reach, and you see it pull out a skeleton and then lifts the skeleton up, and one of these buds opens up wide and it drops the skeleton in, and you hear a sickening crunch as it comes down and back into a bud shape. The center of this being looks like it's comprised of the skeletons of humanoids held together by tentacles and vines. And it moves very slowly, reaching into the earth to grab another skeleton. It does not seem to have eyes of any sort. In fact, I will copy the image and paste it in general chat for everyone to see.
What is its like body comprised of? Is it like wood or like a mass of like vines?
A mass of vines and skeletons and leaves.
Okay.
I hiss with a disgusted look on my face. This thing must die.
Oh gosh,
It is an abomination.
Yes, and I actually messed up earlier, but I'll just go ahead and say I put my short swords away and I pull out my longbow instead.
I'm gonna actually nudge Kendall.
Yeah,
I'm not sure a hammer is going to be great for this. You mind if I borrow a sword?
yeah, and I kind of present both of my short swords to Kiri and see which one they want.
I will take the one that you normally put in your left hand.
Here you go. Help yourself.
It does not seem to sense you. It does not seem to be reacting to your presence.
I kind of lean over to Salix and I say, "Hey, I'm gonna see if I can see something else, but I promise I won't get too close." And I want to kind of sneak around like this area to see if I see anything, any other creatures, any other of these little plants or skeletons or anything.
Roll perception.
16 plus 3, 19.
This seems to be the only one.
The only one. I'll sneak back to the group and I'll tell everybody. It seems to be alone. How do we want to do this?
I don't know much about gardening, but usually you pluck it at the root.
It does not seem.
Salix.
It does not seem to be rooted in the ground. It is the tentacles now are holding it aloft, basically, as if those are its legs. And then it has maybe like 10, 15 tentacles that it's using, that are like roots, that it's using to uproot these humanoids. It appears to be a burial site of some sort that it is around.
Anyone who's looking at Salix right now can just see the look of consternation and like trying to do calculations on plant anatomy and human anatomy and trying to figure out the best way to attack this thing, but it doesn't, like, you can see it doesn't make sense to her at all. I don't know.
Well, there's only one way to find out. And then I stand up. How far is it away from us right now?
About 125 feet.
125 feet? Oh yeah, that's a solid range. Okay, last chance, Salix, and I pull an arrow on my bow.
Wait, can I do a quick divine sense?
Yes. You do not
All right,
sense.
if it's not undead, fae, or a fiend.
It's
okay.
not.
Got you.
As you are about to release your bow, my tattoos light up again, first green, then brown, and I turn into a shaggy brown wolf.
Okay.
Draw my own bow instead. If we're gonna shoot arrows, I can do that.
That's up to you. And then I let go of my arrow.
All right, make an attack roll. Everybody else give me initiative.
14 plus 6, that's 20.
That hits.
It's just a 1d8 plus 2. So that's 6 damage.
Okay. 6, you said?
6 total.
Okay. You all watch as Kendall releases this longbow arrow, and it soars the 125 feet and lands, hits directly in one of these yellowish buds, and the bud bursts open and kind of wilts immediately. The stench that is released is almost overpowering for all of you. You feel like as if you were any closer, you might have to hold back your lunge again.
I immediately change out of the wolf form, using my second of the day, and I realize that Salix does not know how much she can do. I turn out of the wolf form and I say, "Oh, that's terrible." I take the bow that's slung over my own shoulder and I knock an arrow to...
All right, let me get those initiative rolls. Did anybody roll higher than a 20?
Hold on, I gotta roll an initiative too.
Me, I did. I got a 22.
I'm just at 15.
Did anybody roll 15 to 20?
I rolled 15.
Okay. 10 to 15?
12.
14. 15 minus 1.
And then Salix. Just so y'all know, you all have a reroll. You all have an additional advantage. Thank you to MKAY. Let me put those up. Devereaux, you are actually going to be first.
Hooray! I take, right before Kendall looses the arrow, I jab my short sword in the ground, draw my own bow, and knock an arrow.
Okay.
And as quickly as Kendall shoots and strikes it, I pull back and draw and think about another one of the pages that was in the booklet that was given to me. And I'd like to infuse this arrow with conjuration magic for a grasping arrow
Okay.
and make an attack roll on it.
Please roll for attack.
Oh, for the love of goodness. Ooh, how's a 14 look?
Hits.
Thank goodness. Okay, cool. So, the arrow has like a streaking purple tail to it as it soars through the sky. And I would love to roll my damage. That's going to be longbow plus 2d6 poison damage. So that's going to be 9, 10, 13 damage.
Total.
Four of which is poison.
Okay.
So sorry, it's going to be 9 regular damage
Okay.
and 4 poison damage.
So it's a 13 total.
Yep. And its speed's reduced by 10 feet.
Great.
And every time it moves 1 foot or more, it takes 2d6 slashing damage.
What does this look like?
So the arrow soars through the sky, the purple trail. It hits, and you can kind of see this like ichorous purple spread from the point of impact, and it springs out brambly roots that dig into the ground around it and kind of twine around its own root structure or its tendrils. And
Yes.
I look at Kendall, I say, sometimes the best way to choke out a bad plant is with a better one. And I shoot. I'm so happy that worked.
And then I say, I don't think Salix has ever said that.
If it, on its turn, it makes a strength check, an athletics check against my arcane shot DC, it can break it. Otherwise, the brambles will last for 1 minute.
Again, on its turn, it can use an action, or
It makes a strength athletics check
okay,
as an action. Yep.
okay. What's the DC?
The DC for my arcane shots are, crud, I had this down. It's proficiency plus my intelligence. It's going to be 13.
Okay. That brings us to the plant's turn. The plant rolled a natural 20 on its initiative, y'all. All right.
It's one fast plant.
Not right now. It's not. So this plant seems to become aware that it is being attacked. It cannot look around. You do not say it like looking around. It does not, in fact, have eyes. What it does, however, do is on its turn, it is going to open up one of its buds, reach in with a tentacle, and pull out a partially petrified human form and drop it next to it. This petrified human form, you all watch as it begins to twitch and arise as a zombie. It is then going to use its action to try and break. As it walks. Oh, that's a failure. What happens if it fails that? Nothing,
It's
it just
gonna
remains.
if it moves more than a foot, it takes 2d6.
Alright, will you roll that damage for me, please? Let's get some pedal music.
9 damage as it tears its own roots as it tries to clamber across the ground.
Beautiful. This zombie, let's pull up the zombie stat, begins to walk towards you all. Which these are not very fast zombies. So that you do notice that the plant has moved 10 feet towards you, or where the arrows are coming from, so towards you. The zombie is going to move 20 feet and then another 20 feet, so you're about 120 feet still, so it's about 40 feet closer to you. And that's its turn. That brings us to Kendall.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna start spreading out a little bit off to the left of the group.
Okay.
and I'm gonna shoot another arrow.
Okay.
That's 17.
That lands. Are you shooting this arrow at the zombie or at the plant?
Oh, I want to aim at one of the buds of the plant,
Sure. Go ahead.
if I'm able to.
Yeah.
Okay. That's actually a 7 plus 2, so that's 9 damage.
Sweet. It does land at the base of one of those buds, and you watch one of the what would be a petal kind of wilt and fall open. All right. Any bonus action?
No. I don't have any bonus action that I can use right now.
All right, Kiri, let's have it.
All right. So let's see. The thing is about 120 feet from us. The zombie's 40 feet up, so that's 80 feet. Damn it. I think I'm just gonna like dash out there and try to be directly between the zombie and the group.
Okay, you can do that. You'll end up about 20 feet away from the zombie. How does that sound?
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
Yep, that sounds about right. And 20 feet from the zombie is still 60 feet from the plant, and the spell has a range of 30 feet. All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess I'll just get ready to do some stuff.
Okay. Salix.
I'm going to try to shoot one of the bulbs of the plant as well
Okay.
with my longbow.
Good.
Since that's where the zombies are coming from. Oh, that was good. 23 to hit.
That does hit, yes.
Okay. I don't like this D8. 6 piercing damage.
All right. You're not able to completely annihilate one of the bulbs, but like Kendall's last shot, it does seem to be... You do seem to be damaging it.
Perfect. That is my action. I will move a little bit closer. Probably go my full range, really.
So 35 feet?
Yeah, so how far away is the...
85 feet from...
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. This brings us to the zombie, who's going to use its... Oh, wait, no, the zombie already went on the plant's turn. All right. That brings us to Devereaux.
Hooray! I'm just gonna go ahead and notch another arrow and shoot at the Zambo because it's close to my friend.
Okay.
And I'm sure, I know Kiri is more than capable of dispatching it, but nothing like peppering it with a little bit of assistant fire. 22?
That hits.
I'm okay. Ooh, I'm on fire. 8 piercing damage.
Ooh. Okay. What does this look like?
Again, knock the arrow, I shoot it. Solid damage to, I don't know, maybe it just peppers the chest, and I
Yeah.
call across the field, Kiri, I've got your back.
Aww. Precious babies. Which brings us to the plant. The plant is going to move another 10 feet, which does it take more damage? Alright, roll that damage for me. Actually, well, yeah, let's see if it can make this save. No, it does not. It's a natural 4.
It's another 8 damage.
Okay. Which brings it 10 feet closer to you, Kiri. So it is now 50 feet from you. The zombie, however, is only 20 feet from you. Is going to move all the way to you and make its single attack. Does an 11 hit you? No. So it brings its slam attack up, and you just knock it away with your shield so easily. Kendall. Actually, no, I'm so sorry. The rest of you who are watching this watching this with rapt attention, notice that this massive corpse flower drops a little bit to the ground, and you see it almost kind of compressing on itself, and you hear a few very loud crunches as something seems to be happening internally. Out of one of these petals pops some clothes, a few rags, and a dagger. And it is going to regain 11 hit points. All right.
What did it just do? What was that? And I use my full speed, my 35 feet, to get closer to Kiri, but on their side. How close would that get me to like the zombie and the?
So you've been, from what I've been understanding, you've been skirting around, or have you been just moving? Yeah, so you've been skirting around, so you're the same distance from it. So you've got 30 feet of movement. You have 30 or 35 feet of movement?
35.
What gives you the extra 5 feet?
Wood elf.
Wood elf.
Wood elves just get 35?
Yeah.
That's rude. That's rude.
Rude.
Okay. So that would get you, I would say, 80 feet from it.
From it, and how far is the zombie from me?
So y'all gotta make things complicated for me, don't you?
I'm sorry.
The Kiri and zombie are right next to each other.
Uh-huh.
Dev is back here. Salix, you were moving closer. Kendall, I would say it's the corpse flower is closer, and then Kiri and the zombie are a little bit farther back from where you
Corpse
currently are.
flower is closer. Okay, so I'm just gonna knock my arrow again.
Okay.
The bulbous thing, but I'm gonna drop my protection from good and evil.
Okay.
And I'm gonna actually cast Hunter's Mark as a bonus action on it.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see if it hits first.
Yeah. We'll say this thing
Actually,
is.
for this round, I'm gonna use my full crit for this round.
Oh, shiza. Okay, you're gonna use your crit. Here we
I'm gonna
go.
use my crit to. So.
That hits. Double your dice.
Alrighty, and it's an extra 1d6, so we'll do this. Oh, that's wow, didn't roll great. So that's actually 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, 16
Total?
total, yeah.
Okay. What does this look like?
What? Okay, so I yelled, "What was that? Oh no!" And I start just sprinting towards it. And I just, as I'm running, right before I stop running, I pull my arrow back and I let it go. And as I'm like finish like my range almost, I let it go and I shoot one of the like the biggest bulb that I can see from where I'm at.
Okay. Your arrow flies and actually destroys another one of the bulbs entirely. The bulb falls off and rolls and falls off to the ground, rolling away from this massive plant creature. Okay. That brings us to Kiri's turn. You've got the zombie on you.
I do. So I kind of like chuckle to myself as soon as this arrow hits, before Dev even has a chance to like say something, I know it's from Dev. And I'm going to start off with a bonus action using the one bit of magic I have that is unambiguously from myself and not from the Queen of Air and Darkness. I'm going to bonus action face step myself 30 feet forward, straight past the zombie. And because this is totally unconnected with Mab, Kiri sort of like just like discorporates into this like cloud of butterflies that just zoop, fly straight ahead 30 feet, completely out and around the zombie, and they sort of put themselves back together into Kiri's form. That's my bonus action, and that puts me 30 feet from the plant, correct?
Salix squeals.
I would say let's go ahead and put you right up against the plant.
Right up against the plant.
Let's do it.
All right. Then with my action, I'm going to make a bad decision and cast Compelled Duel.
What's the save? What's the save?
13 wisdom, I think. Let me double check. Yeah, 13 wisdom.
That's a fail.
Fuck me up, yes! All right, let's go. Yeah, that's everything but my movement, and I'm right here. So yeah,
Oh my goodness. So this creature cannot attack anybody but you, right?
it has disadvantage on attacking anybody but me. Let's see. It must make a wisdom saving throw every time it attempts to move to a space that is more than 30 feet away from me. The spell ends if I attack any other creature. Cast a spell that targets. Oh man, it also ends if a creature friendly to me damages the target. Okay, yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
So
This is fine.
Sort of like reach out my hand, and sort of this like a tether of black smoke connects me and the plant creature, and I will call out to the rest of everybody. This one's mine for a bit, and I will
Okay.
draw a Kendall short sword. And at my turn.
What does that even mean?
Salix, it's your turn.
Does that mean I can't shoot the arrow at this?
I don't know. What does it mean?
You still have a zombie.
I will shoot the zombie then. I adjust my aim to the zombie and I will shoot the zombie.
Make your attack roll.
Oh, that's not terrific. But it still is probably enough. 17.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The zombie's pretty easy to hit.
Okay, perfect. We're switching d8s now. That one's not any better. 6 piercing damage.
Okay. How do you want to do this?
Yeah. With a frustrated shake of my head, I switch targets and I shoot the arrow right through the eye of the zombie and it just falls.
All right, and the zombie fails its undead fortitude, so it does not rise again.
Yeah! Beautiful. I will move 35 feet closer to the abomination.
That's gonna put you about 35 feet away. How's that?
Sounds good.
Perfect. Devereaux.
Oh, hey. Well, I can't say I've seen Kiri do this before, but I'll take the moment to run a little closer. Maybe stand next to the fallen zombie, and
You probably can't get that far. Since you're only 35 feet of movement speed, you could probably get halfway there, though.
so if I dashed,
Mm-hmm.
I'd be good.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll dash,
Mhm.
and I call to Kiri, when can we hit it? Because I'm ready, and I've just got an arrow ready to go.
Okay.
Just a bit.
And that brings us to the plant. Now, the plant does not need to move because it is already next to its person. It is going to use its bonus action to reach in to one of its remaining 7 or 8 pods, and you pull out a zombie and plop it on the ground next to you. The zombie begins to rise slowly to its feet. The plant itself is going to make 3 tentacle attacks on you. The first is a 14.
Miss.
The second one is a 17.
Also miss.
And the third one is a natural 20.
Motherfucker. That hits.
Oh no! You're gonna take 18 points of bludgeoning damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
That's a 21.
That's a success. You do not take any poison damage.
Yes. And what was the damage?
18. 18.
18. Okay.
It
Ooh.
almost dents your armor.
Mhm.
as it threatens to knock you down.
Okay.
Kiri, are you okay?
And now it's the zombie's turn. This zombie
Kiri!
is going to make a slam attack against you.
All right.
That's a natural 19 plus 3. And that's
Fuck, that hits too.
another 4 points of bludgeoning damage as this zombie slams you in the back of your knee, drops you down.
All right. That's fine. This is fine.
This is fine. This is fine. All right. Kendall.
Okay, how far would I be from Kiri specifically? And
You're
Is that
about 60
around
feet
that?
from Kiri and about 55 feet from the plant.
okay, I'm gonna use my full speed to kind of. So I know I'm off to the side, but I want to kind of go off closer to Kiri without getting too close to the big bulbous thing,
Okay.
and get closer to Kiri and the zombies.
Okay.
Would that be like 40 feet, 30 feet away from them, or
Yeah, I would say about 40 feet away from them is fine.
40 feet? Okay, so with 40 feet, my hunter's mark is still on the big bulbous thing, so I will just do a regular longbow attack on one of the zombies next to Kiri.
There's just one zombie.
Oh, just the one zombie.
Just
then.
one.
Then that one.
Beautiful.
And I'm gonna use my reroll.
Mm-hmm.
7. That's a 14 plus 6. So
That
that's
hits. Y'all, zombies are not hard to hit, okay? Just to let you know.
Oops. Well, it's too late now. That's a 4 plus 2, so 6 damage.
Okay. Your arrow pierces through this zombie's eye, and it shoots out the back of its skull. It's still standing. Is that your turn, Kendall?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. That's the end of my turn now.
All right, Kiri. At the beginning of your turn, since this is the first time you're starting your turn within melee of this creature, I need you
Okay.
to make a Constitution saving throw.
Ah, yikes. Oh, that's not bad. That's 17.
Okay. Cool. You are not affected by the stench of death. You
Oh.
feel as though you have been protected from your Queen of Air and Darkness.
All right.
And as you breathe in, this stench is overwhelming and powerful. But you see as you breathe out, sometimes when you breathe out and it's very cold, you see that mist, you see a little black mist come out as your body expels the stench. You are now
Okay.
immune to it.
Ooh,
You can no
neat.
longer smell it.
All right. So, having occupied the plant for one set of attacks, which is really all I intended to do,
Mhm.
I drop Compel Duel in exchange for bonus action Shield of Faith.
Mhm.
So +2 AC, and
Mhm.
I've got this small little now like whirlwind of like black smoke, just like around sort of like the forest floor.
Mhm.
And if anyone attempts to attack me, little tendrils of smoke will like lash out at them. And for my action, I'm going to use my natural 20 and my last remaining spell slot to go for a big old smite here.
Oh, yeah! Let's do it!
All right, so let's see. Short sword is 1d6 plus 3, and then 2d8 for smite.
Yes, sir. Yes!
Ooh, that's not bad. All right, that's 18 total damage.
And that's after doubling?
Oh no, that's not. That's
Double the dice?
no shit. That was just the roll. So 18, 36 plus 3, 39.
Wow.
Motherfucker, that's a lot.
Dang. All right, what does this look like as you drop it down to way less than half of its hit points?
I kind of get like beaten down by this zombie, and I'm kind of on one knee. You see like the sort of smoke tether just sort of like recoil and start to form this little whirlwind shield, and from a knee, I look at one of the legs this thing is standing on. Just sort of like gather a bunch of smoke around the sword and just do a straight chop, cut off one of its legs.
Oh, yeah. And it is absolutely beautiful. Salix, that brings us to your turn.
Okay. Seeing that connection between them shatter, I aim at the monstrosity with my longbow.
Let's see it.
Come on. That was 19. That was a 19 plus 6.
That does hit, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. 10 piercing damage on that.
It's starting to look very rough.
And I will move a few feet closer.
Okay. Do you want... You're 85 feet away from it currently.
Oh, well, then I'll move my full movement to get to... Or no, you said it moved 10 feet forward. So I'd be at 75.
Sure. We'll put you 30 feet from it.
Okay.
The stench is becoming unbearable.
All right. That is my turn. Actually, no. I will call out to Kiri. Kiri, you're stronger than that. You can, we'll stitch these wounds. And I will bonus action healing word.
Beautiful. How many points?
That is...
A D4 plus your modifier?
Yeah. Hey, that's 6 hit points.
Which brings us to Devereaux.
Don't worry, Kiri, I got it. And I just start shooting arrows. I'm gonna use my action surge to shoot twice.
Okay, let's get it.
First one, drink. Oof. I'm gonna use my advantage on that.
Okay.
3 is not great. Is a 16 better?
The 16 does hit.
Cool. D8 damage. Whee! 6 damage with the first arrow.
Okay.
And the second shot, 21 to hit.
That also hits.
Woof. Another 6 damage.
Okay. It is looking like it is on its last tentacle as Devereaux takes one shot to the. You feel this extra surge pull through you, enabling you to fire faster again. Another shot. Which brings us to the plant's turn. It is going to bring out one more zombie from the top, one of its last remaining things, and drop it right next to you, Kiri. That zombie is going to make an attack. With a 9 plus 3, I'm assuming a 13 does not hit you. The black tendrils just shove this zombie away. This plant is going to make its final 3 attacks. Well, I'm assuming final 3 attacks. It's going to make 3 more attacks on you. That's going to be... Let's roll with a different die this time. Oh, that's a natural 2. It's a natural 11 plus 3. No, wait. That's the zombie. 11 plus 5. I'm assuming a 16 does not hit you. And then a 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 to hit. No? That does hit? I can't hear you.
That does, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just realized I'm muted. Yeah, it's 20 now.
Okay. This last one, I need you to make another Constitution saving throw as this tentacle comes down right between your shoulder and your neck.
Alright. Ooh, that's a 2.
Okay, you're gonna take 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Alright.
And then you're gonna take an additional 14 points of poison damage.
Woo! Alright, yeah, I'm down. I'm so down.
Okay, as this, you all watch, as this tentacle comes down, you all watch it slams Kiri to the ground. Kiri, your eyes are open, but you are, for all intents and purposes, incapacitated.
Yeah.
Salix.
Kiri, no! And I cast Healing Word again as my bonus action. And then another arrow flies.
Okay.
So 5 hit points for Kiri.
Wait, what? An arrow?
No, bonus action was healing word.
Okay.
So 5 hit points for Kiri.
Kiri,
And
you're
then, up. For my arrow
Mm-hmm.
is a 17 to hit.
That does.
Okay. Yes, max damage. 12 piercing damage.
How do you want to do this?
Yes. So after yelling Kiri no, a quick pulse of green light comes out from my tattoos, and then once again aim focus straight on the middle of that creature thing, and I say in Druidic, you're gonna die, and I release my arrow.
As you release your final arrow, the shaft embeds itself right into the center. This creature tries to move forward, but it's still wrapped by Devereaux's tentacles. And as it tries to walk forward towards you, it simply loses all of its momentum and comes face down onto the earth. And that, my friends, is where we are going to take our very quick bathroom break. We'll be right back. Hi, welcome to the stream. I'm Camille, the Dungeon Master. What you need to know is that we are playing 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons in a world of my own creation called Zanmaria. We're using the Dawn War Pantheon with a few special additions. You may recognize some Pathfinder flair from the Oracle class to the goddess Sarenrae, and you can find homebrewed items, monsters, and even entire races in this campaign. You might also see me play an important NPC by the name of Ray. He met the party early on and traveled with the group for quite a while before they realized he's not only the missing general of the Imperial Army, but he's also the crowned prince of the Empire. Ray has made it his mission to protect his new friends while he embarks on a quest of his own to save various members of his endangered family, as the Empire is in the middle of a civil war. Underlying players to this open rebellion are being slowly revealed throughout the game, and the characters are choosing to remain neutral for now, but these unlikely heroes face a much bigger threat. An insurmountable force threatens the prime material plane, taunting the characters from just beyond their horizon. At the same time, many factions work to their own ends, both for and against the party's personal objectives. The Divine Covenant seeks to protect the Primal Ban, while the Silence claims to root out corruption at its core, by any means necessary. The Cult of the Dragon Queen aims to raise their Dark Queen from the 9 Hells, and the Assembly still remains a mystery. Even the gods on high mean to meddle in the lives of this group of adventurers that they have named as Fate's Chosen. These adventurers handle trials from handling political intrigue to maintaining the balance of the cosmos, not to mention fighting their own personal demons. In a world where nothing is black or white, good or evil, Fate's Chosen must find a way to mark their own paths and claim their own destinies. Welcome to Open for Adventure.
Have you heard of those touched by fate? Them?
In another life, across the sea or somewhere just as far away, I was Junior Field Medic Kiri Amaranth. Now it's usually just Kiri. It's been 14 years, 3 months, and 28 days since I've been home. I'm almost 200 years old, and sometimes I still catch myself counting the hours. I miss home. But more than home, I miss her. The Queen. The last time I saw her was when she was captured in the final days of the war, right before my exile. I just can't help but feel restless in this place. I guess that's why I took up wandering. But it hasn't been all bad. There are wonderful people in this part of the world. There's beauty, both natural and magical, just waiting to be found. And this is where I met Dev. They're not quite like anyone I've encountered before, but they remind me of home. It's been nice to have someone to travel with again. But I still call out to her every night. She never answers. I don't know if she's still out there, still alive, but I have to have faith. For myself, for my people, and for my queen.
Hi there. I'm Devereaux Thistlebrook. My family owns Featherdown Traders. It's a small farm and general merchant operation headquartered in the small hamlet of Featherton. It's just on the other side of the hills outside of Faybreach. The farm produces wonderful cheeses, and they grow, dry, and distribute many different blends of tea. My younger sister Desiree is taking over the family business for my mother. But me? I guess I'm a bit of an oddity in halfling culture. You see, most halflings are perfectly content to stay home and keep a predictable, dull routine. Ugh. Me, though? I don't care for business or homesteading or any of that predictable stuff. It's boring, mundane, sedentary. So I've decided to spend my life as an explorer, just like my dad before me. There's always so much out there to see. Plants, animals, and all manner of fantastic creatures. I just gotta get out and see it for myself. So, I use some of my skills to act as a cartographer and guide for hire for other adventurers and travelers. I also keep a journal of all my own experiences, and I catalog the strange and wonderful things that I've seen in my trips. Someday, I hope that I'll write a book of my own. And when it gets published, I can be famous. Well, I can be more famous than any other halfling I've ever heard of in the realms. You know?
Why, hello there. I'm Salix of the Evertrees. I was raised by my parents in the massive forest just south of Valzara with my brother Kendall. We are only about a year apart in age, and we've always been really close, but we're pretty different. I'm a druid of the land, tasked with the care of a very old willow tree. The magic was strong in my blood when I was younger, so I was marked with ink I made from her bark. Kendall, not so much. A while back, I also heard of the god Cord, and it struck something in me. Since then, I've been training with the monks at the monastery outside Valzara to answer the call of the Stormlord. I don't know what he has in store for me, but I know it's something important. I recently also had to get Kendall out of some trouble he got himself into after he decided to leave our people. Now we're on the road for adventure. I don't want to live without him. We belong together like tea and honey. I don't know how far I can go from my tree, though. No one in our community has ever left their grove for very long or gone very far. But I guess we'll find out. Willow will be safe with Mother and Father. I hope.
Hi there, my name's Kendall Evertree from the Evertree Grove. It's a pleasure to meet you. Where are you from? Wait, no, that's not what this is about. Let me start from the beginning. I'm Kendall Evertree, and I was born to the Evertree Grove. The Evertree Grove is south of Valzara. Normally an elf born into the grove becomes a druid, and becoming a druid means that you bond to a tree and you forever take care of it to make sure nothing ever happens to that tree. Now, although there's nothing wrong with that just wasn't me, which is a little strange specifically because my mom and dad are the elders of the grove, and their firstborn is kind of expected to go down that same line. And to be honest, most everybody in the grove is a druid. Okay, everybody in the grove's a druid except for me. I'm actually quite proud of that. There isn't really anybody in the Grove's history who didn't bond to a tree. Now, it kind of labeled me as an outcast, but that's okay with me. I don't plan on staying around too long, and I've actually left already, but I got myself into trouble. The trouble always seems to find me somehow. It's definitely not my fault. I don't care what Salix tells you. Oh yeah, and how could I tell you about myself without telling you about Salix? Salix is my younger sister and my best friend. She's basically the Grove's prodigy. She's the best druid I've ever seen. And, well, she keeps me out of trouble. We do everything together, and, well, she's my voice of reason, and without her, I don't know what I'd do. But now we're going out into the world, and we're going to explore. We're going to see every corner of this world, and the realm, I know, has a lot to offer. So if you have any place that you know is amazing, just send me a message. I'd love to see it. Well, anyways, I'll see you around.
Oh, baby, I love your madness. It's so incredibly beautiful. Oh, you shine like gold, so selfless to all, and wild like an animal. Some would say I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know, and give me your freedom. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. The limit of love is endless, I know. Just do what you want with me. Yeah, I want it all. Could care less. The car
back, friends.
Hi. Thank you for welcoming me back.
How y'all doing after all that?
Well, I'm not dead, so that's a plus.
I feel really good.
Good. You just took down a CR8 monster, corpse flower.
What
A
happened
crate?
to...
What the?
I have a very important question given the current circumstances. What happened to the zombies that it created?
They died.
Oh, they re-died. Okay.
They
Oh,
are no longer
double
dead.
Double dead.
They're yeah.
Perfect. As soon as everything kind of quiets, I will go and start investigating this thing closer.
Sure.
While she's doing that, I run straight over to Kiri and make sure they're doing okay. And if they can't stand up, I'll help them stand up and help them walk away from this corpse flower. Hey, can you get up? Are you okay?
Not really the word I would use. Just give me a second. I'm gonna expend all my lay on hands points on myself. Bring myself up to.
What are you
20.
doing? You're touching yourself? What's going on?
Oh Jesus. No, I'm just. Just needed a breather. Wow, that was something.
Oh, you look a lot better. Well then.
I come running
Yeah.
up.
And I stand over her, not helping touch the flower whatsoever.
Kiri, I saw you turn
Yeah.
into butterflies.
Yeah.
You hear from the corpse flower. It was really, really cute.
Oh, thank you.
And hey, look, I learned a neat trick. And I hold my hand out and I make a little butterfly out of prestidigitation. And I blow on it, and it
Oh.
flies in your face.
Y'all are so cute.
It was.
It was neat.
It was. Thank you for attacking the zombie, by the way.
Well, yeah, I couldn't let it get you, but the other one did.
Oh, it's fine.
I don't know. I mean, you look okay now, but like you really got slammed.
Yeah, but you know what? It was mad at us to begin with, and I'm the one with the shield, so.
What? Why was it
wasn't good.
mad? What was it doing?
Don't really know. That's a very good question.
St. Lex, as you begin to investigate, give me a nature check. You see that this thing is...
I'm going to use one of my advantages.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to use my other advantage. I rolled a 5 and then a 1. That was another 1. So,
You can keep that 5.
yeah, you said nature?
Yes.
8.
Beautiful. This thing is disgusting. It seems to have been formed... something this big needs something of a skeleton to keep itself upright. It seems to have been using humanoid skulls and skeletons to do so, to create the fabric of its being. It reeks of dark magic, of necromantic magic. And inside, as it is beginning to wilt and fall apart. Excuse me. Not the company, I promise. You see that there are actually 5 bodies inside.
I say towards everybody else, I think it was pulling skeletons, the corpses out of the ground and using it for form? It's reeking of necromancy. It's very hard to work with, actually. There's some dark magic here.
Necromancy? oh, like those books. And then I looked through my satchel for those 3 diaries that I took, and I grabbed the first one that I grabbed or that I can find in my satchel, and I start just rifling through it, trying to see if I can see a picture of this thing.
I thought necromancy was just something out of stories. You've got to be kidding me.
Kendall, remind me what that book was about that you just said.
It was I don't think it was Azor Kai, but the guy claiming to be Azor Kai is, I think they were his diaries.
Oh, okay. So make an investigation check for me while you rifle through this, looking for what you've encountered.
That's just an 11.
Okay, it's not a hard to see. I'll let you know that. You do find a drawing of one of these. I'm sorry.
Oh, look, right here. This.
I will read it to you.
Yes, I will read you what I see in this diary. Sally.
A corpse flower can sprout atop the grave of a necromancer or the remains of powerful undead. Unless it is uprooted and burned while it is still a seedling, the corpse flower grows to an enormous size over several weeks, then tears itself free of the earth and begins scavenging humanoid corpses from battlefields and graveyards. Using its fibrous tentacles, it stuffs the remains into its body and feeds on the carrion to repair itself. The plant has a malevolent bent and despises the living.
So you're feeling pretty right about this thing.
Well, that also tells us something else, that there's a necromancer or some sort of thing buried somewhere nearby. And that means that another one can sprout, right?
You don't get that sense that another one would sprout necessarily.
No? Okay.
I don't see anywhere in the book that it says it would do that, so we might be
Okay.
in the. I think we took care of it.
Well, that's good.
Let me see if there's anything useful that we can take from this flower.
You see there is a note that says, corpse flower seedlings are quite useful for various purposes. Simply kill and bury a necromancer and you should have a good crop in about a week.
Nope, nothing of use. I think we can just leave it alone.
I think we should burn it.
You know, that's funny. I was just thinking the same thing. Mostly because I don't want to hack it to pieces.
Sounds about right, but it will make a very bad smell. That it'll waft with the wind, too.
It will, but I feel like that's safer than the alternative.
True.
I honestly don't know enough about this thing to feel comfortable with just leaving a giant corpse flower.
I suppose so. All right. I'll start gathering some wood. We should probably try to return at least some of these corpses to the places they were buried. Is this like an actual burial grounds with marked graves, or is it just
No, it's not. It's not an actual burial ground. It just seems to be a clearing where a bunch of dead have been buried. There's no telling how old they are, but there are several places where you can see that the bodies were pulled from.
Okay. But we don't know which ones were pulled from there. Maybe just burying the bodies themselves? All of the ones that we can find at least, and then burning the rest?
I mean,
Yeah.
that sounds easy enough.
Or Kiri, do you think we should burn the lot of it?
I don't know. I've never seen anything like this before, so I honestly wouldn't know if burning the bodies would help at all, or be good or bad, or anything really.
Is there some kind of prayer we can do to make sure that they're at peace?
Is anybody proficient in religion?
Not at all.
Nope.
Kiri?
Well, I think maybe we can just bury them, and that's the best we can do, right?
Yeah. Oh, this smells terrible. Yeah, let's go ahead and bury them. Then we'll gather these viney pieces and burn that.
It doesn't take you all long to clean this mess up, as it were. Sorry.
You mentioned when one of the corpses was extracted from, I can't remember if it was the plant or the ground, like a dagger fell out.
Mm-hmm.
Can I take a look at that?
Sure. It appears to be a dagger made of some kind of tooth, large, massive tooth. If you'd like to make a nature check or
Sure.
something to see if you can tell what it is.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. Nature. That's an 8 total.
It is not from something you've seen before, ever.
It's a tooth.
Whatever it is, it was very large.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a dragon?
Can I investigate the tooth?
Certainly.
What would you say it was? Nature again?
Mm-hmm.
I have a +4, so that makes it an 18.
Definitely not a dragon. It is actually something that you have never seen either. Some sort of large, very, very large reptilian creature.
Well, this wasn't a dragon tooth, but it was something pretty big.
Ow. We're sure learning a lot about that.
Hey, just like Salix said, just not knowing something kind of tells you something else, right?
I guess. I've never seen a dragon before.
It does rule out a lot of things, though.
I've seen a tiny dragon.
What, like a lizard?
No, like a... It had a different name. It was like a mini dragon or something.
Oh, a salamander.
No. It had dragon in the name of it. Okay, and I'll also be honest with you, I didn't see it. Another halfling told me about it.
Maybe they were talking about snapdragons.
Could be that. Yeah.
That's a plant.
Oh, no. Yeah, no, what did I say? I said that thing. I said the thing Salix said. That's a plant, so it couldn't be a snapdragon. This
Komodo
was
dragons?
a ludo, a mudo, a prosciutto dragon. It's something dragon. The little one.
Pseudo-wudo.
A pseudo-wudo? Yeah, dragon.
No.
Wait,
stop.
why are we even talking about this? It couldn't have come from that dragon. Look how big this tooth is.
Yeah, and you said it wasn't a dragon.
Yeah, well, how did we get here?
I don't know. Seth, are you collecting the firewood?
It still stinks.
I'll help.
At this point, you have all...
I've actually been burying bodies.
Yeah.
Oh, well, let me know when you go collect firewood. I'll help.
You could go collect firewood.
No, I want to help.
I could go get firewood.
Then I'll help.
I'll go ask the forest, see if there's any firewood we can take.
My brand of helping is, as always, watching you do it.
Mm-hmm. Sure, Dev. Why don't you come with me and help?
My pleasure.
I will actually assist Salix in burying the bodies, mostly by shoveling dirt back onto them or doing whatever that needs to be.
Make sure to only get branches that are on the floor. Oh wait, never mind. I'll do it.
Now, I don't actually have any earth moving spells, so I am actually digging these graves with a large stick.
So the graves are... there are already holes in the ground, essentially, where they've been ripped out. So all you
Okay.
have to do is put them back in the holes.
Okay, that works better.
I stop what I'm
Then it will do
doing,
that.
just kind of like I realize something, and I look over at Dev and I say, "Hey, does this seem familiar? You and me in the forest, Salix and Kiri with dead bodies. I feel like we've been here before."
Oh, do you think they like working with dead bodies?
Well, they said they were forced to last time, and now they're doing it on their own, you know?
Yeah, they're volunteering to do
Just
this.
volunteered. Nobody said, "Hey, no, I'll get the firewood."
Although I suppose this time they're doing it in reverse. They're putting the bodies back in the ground rather than taking them out.
That is a lot better.
Yeah.
That's usually how it goes, right? I don't know enough about everybody else's customs, but where I come from, yeah, that's usually how it goes.
No, yeah, you usually bury your dead, yeah.
Okay. I didn't want to make any assumptions.
Well, I mean, everybody does something different, right?
That's true. This is a lot of firewood. Here, why don't you hold some of this, and I give Dev
No, thank you.
two sticks. Don't be
Oh,
lazy, Dev.
I just hold them out like
I
this.
saved you a drumstick. You can at least carry these 2 sticks.
Fine.
Salix, Kiri. As you place the last body back into the ground, Salix, with your high passive perception, you notice a little bit of movement in the tree line up high. And as you kind of squint and turn your head, Kiri, you notice this pretty quickly too. You see a large bird sitting on one of the high branches. It's black, feathers are sleek, black eyes. It's a raven, a large common raven, and it is staring at you.
I don't like this.
I cast Speak with Animals on myself as an action. And essentially I just cover my mouth and my tattoos glow green. And I say in Raven, "How is your day?"
Better now. Thank you for your hard work.
Are you of this forest?
No.
Are you a raven?
Do I not look like a raven?
You pretend to be a raven very well. Why do you watch?
I am always collecting stories.
Where are you from?
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, that was okay. That was okay. 16.
I am from the Shadowfell.
What's your name?
I shall not tell you.
Fair.
You are Salix of the Evertrees.
And how do you know that?
I know a lot of things. And that there is Kiri Amaranth of the Feywild. You have done us a great service today. Burying the dead. destroying the purveyor of the sanctity of life, that which grows from a necromancer's grave. But that is not all you have done for us.
What else have I done?
You've destroyed other undead. You've closed a portal to the Nine Hells.
I asked if you were of the forest, or perhaps from. Are you part of this forest now?
I am a part of everything.
Fair. We all are.
Do you know who I am yet?
I think I do.
You are a clever girl.
I bow my head. Thank you.
We would like to know what you plan to do with the book.
I don't know. I want to destroy it, but I don't know how. If you have any hints, I'd take them.
That book is, as you are aware, incredibly powerful. Could spell ruin for many.
I know.
There are temples, but those temples are run by mortals with the ability to be corrupted.
How can I tell if someone has been corrupted? If I can't trust them?
That is not for me to say.
I was hoping you'd have some sort of secret or something.
You are wise, Salix. You will know in your heart. Your God is a powerful one. He could defend the book. Pelor's temples are filled with the righteous. There are places where this book will be safe.
Thank you. I give a very low bow.
Should you wish to keep it, however, the decision is yours. We gave up a long time ago the ability to interfere with mortals' decisions. Either way, I will be watching. Curious as to what this story holds.
Well, it's quite the adventure book so far. We'll do what we can to keep it safe. Try to find the best place for it to be hidden.
And for that you will have my blessing. The raven gives you a slight inclination of its beak and then flutters away.
That was so good. Okay. I turn to Kiri, who has been standing by me this whole time, and I say, well, that was actually a whole lot of nothing, but also affirmation that we've done a lot.
Okay.
I think it's safe to say that more than one god is watching after us. If out of curiosity, nothing else. Or if, out of curiosity, if nothing else.
Okay.
But we need to get that book to a temple.
Whose?
Well, it's hard to say whose. There's a part of me that says Cord would be the best one because of the strength of his clergy. Also, that might be influenced by my own faith. Halor takes most of his clerics are very pure of heart, so it's likely that they're not going to be corrupted, hopefully. Or, well, at least that's...
Oh no! Kendall
Oh,
and Devereaux.
no.
Kendall and Devereaux.
How far?
Ah, no!
She's back.
Oh, there she is.
Oh, gosh.
You're back.
I heard, oh no, Kendall and Devereaux, and it's oh gosh. I'm sorry. What's the last part you heard?
God.
It's at this point that, I will
Cord.
say, it's at this point that Kendall and Devereaux come up as you're having this conversation.
I brought firewood! And Kendall helped.
2 sticks this time.
Oh, you sure did, Dev. Good job, bud.
Are
And
the
I shake
bodies-
my head a little bit.
Are the
behind
bodies
them-
buried
behind
yet,
them.
or are they still sitting out?
They're buried.
You two are pretty good with dead bodies, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're great with shovels.
Uh-huh. Not suspicious at all.
No,
I
this is
kinda eye the
not
both of them.
disconcerting.
Mhm.
Kendall, you realize we were putting the bodies in the ground, giving them burial rites,
Mhm.
as...
Oh, sure. Say what you want, Salix. I wasn't here the whole time.
I give Kendall a knowing look.
Oh, I
over
also
my
talked to a
shoulder.
raven.
Now that is what I'd like to talk about. How is everybody talking to birds today? Did you, and I look over at Dev, did you talk to one?
I wish, no.
Is there an eagle around here? I'd like to talk to an eagle.
You don't
Can I
see any
put this
eagles.
wood down? I'm tired of holding it.
Oh, your arms hurt? They burning a little bit?
No, I'm just...
Feeling heavy?
I just drop it. If you're gonna patronize me, I'm not carrying it.
Something tells me you wouldn't have done it anyways. And then I
Carried
picked
it this far.
I picked them up and I said, well, I appreciate your help anyways. So the bird. And I
Well,
dropped
let's start building this bonfire, and we'll talk about that as we're working. So we were visited by a raven, and I casted Speak with Animals on myself, and I got to talk to it, though I'm actually pretty sure it could have spoken in a normal voice if it wanted to. Anyways, the gods have been watching us,
Wait,
And,
all the gods?
well, I'm pretty sure at least some of them.
After you say that, I kind of drop on my butt and just kind of in disbelief. The god watched. We can go back. We can tell the giant we're the god watched.
I actually stop building the fire to rest my head on a stick as I'm laughing. We're not calling ourselves that. It's a little pretentious.
It's true though. You just said it, unless you're lying. But you don't lie to me, so.
Anyways, so it seems we're being watched by the gods, and so far, at least some of them are pleased. But they are concerned about the book.
Which book?
You know which book.
We have a few of them.
There's only
Dev.
one that says how to kill them.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. That's fair.
But anyways, they're concerned, and rightfully so. They are interested in seeing what happens next. And I think that I'm sorry. The feet. I think that we should possibly try to hide it. Maybe with
Hide it?
Monastery of Cord, or maybe Pelor, or consider other gods that might have an interest in the book being guarded well.
Well, here's kind of a question. Do all gods like each other?
No.
No, not at
So
all.
maybe not giving it to a god, right? I mean, if we give another god how to kill another god.
Oh yeah.
True.
I was concerned about that.
Yeah.
So really, we just keep it ourselves, yeah?
Well, what happens if we run into somebody more powerful than us?
What?
You know, I really feel like it's a possibility.
Well, if we stop talking about the book, no one will know that we have it.
People already know.
Well,
The bird knew.
The bird knew.
The bird knew all of our names.
How did what?
The bird knew about the book.
Well,
The bird knew about us taking the lives of the reanimated corpses and all the other stuff that we've done so far. We're definitely being watched.
I checked my bag for my journal.
It's
Is
still
it-
there.
Bird hasn't been reading my diary, has it? I feel like I noticed that. And I put it back in. Okay. What do you suggest we do?
I don't know.
We can't just bury it.
If the gods know we have it, maybe wouldn't the best place for that book be with us? Or actually, it could be the worst place.
Yeah, I was
I need
going
to
to
think.
say.
I need to think about this for a second more.
I think that if we have it and some quantity of gods already know we have it, I feel like it's not far off to believe that we will eventually attract the attention of worse gods, devils, demons, lots of real bad things that, quite frankly, Salix is a very good point in being worried about.
Maybe we can find a portal to chuck it through?
Oh, I know.
No.
You know,
Well, I
No.
could.
no.
Well,
No.
maybe we could go through it and see what's on the other side.
No.
You know what?
I
I
might be
No.
able to find one.
feel like that's a really bad idea.
I have
Please,
no doubt
no.
that you would be able to find one. No
If
one is
I-
doubting your capabilities.
If I could raise an interesting counterpoint to everything, if we get rid of the book, even if we give it to someone, the gods already know we had it. If they track us down and we don't have the book, we could be in an even worse position.
Well, good news. The Raven did mention something about not being able to interfere with the mortal realm directly.
Wait,
Uh,
so then we don't have to
well-
worry about the gods.
well,
and we should
no,
definitely
like-
keep it.
Was that
Hold-
before or
hold-
after it interacted with you by talking to you?
What I mean is like force people, I think. I don't understand exactly how all this works. It was really honestly, I don't know. I'm going to be completely honest, out of character right now. My fever is spiking and I don't remember that conversation, at least half of it. So, a lot of words, they really get screwed up in translation from Raven to person to common.
Oh yeah, that
Um,
happens to me all the time.
They don't have all the same words.
You don't talk to birds.
No, I'm not talking about just bird stuff. I'm talking about just in general.
Well, yeah.
Well, you know me, if I can't make a decision, I do nothing. So maybe we can go into town and ask some questions. You said there was a town around here, right?
Should be that way, I think, right, Kiri?
Yeah, just a bit northwest of here. How large did this town seem?
It seemed on the smaller side.
Yeah. I'm not sure it's the right place to go asking around about killing gods or destroying god-killing manuals or something
Kiri, I
like
know.
that.
Kiri, I know that. I just meant maybe we can find a wizard or something.
What's a wizard gonna do? Didn't a wizard write this stupid book?
You can't. Well, that was okay. Fair point. Maybe we can find somebody to hide the existence of this book or something. And I look at Salix. Do we still have all those shiny rocks? Those are worth something to people in towns.
Yeah, I gave them to Dev.
Uh-oh. Just kidding, I got him.
That's a good one, Dev. Oh.
What we could do is we could ask for information on any like really good temples in the area. Maybe temples we don't know about or anything like that, any outposts.
Well, don't the big temples usually exist in the big cities?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it depends on what the god values.
Hey, Dev, do you have your map? What's the closest big city around here?
I only have maps that I've drawn of places I've been.
Oh. And we are definitely not where you've been. I understand.
Yeah, sorry, we're flying blind.
Well, we can always figure that out, right?
Yeah, we just have to find a big city and then I'll add it to my map. And then we'll know where it is.
And we just killed another big monster. So I don't know if I have to tell everyone, but I'm hungry again. I'm always hungry after well, I guess I only ran a little bit and threw a couple arrows, but I'm still hungry.
You threw them? Could have
With
sworn I
his
saw you
bare
sh-
hands.
Oh, jeez.
You weren't watching, Dev? I'm
No.
I'm pretty good at it. Look.
Would you like to continue on your journey?
Yes, please.
After this is all while we were setting up the
Sure.
bonfire and starting.
Sure. You set the bonfire. The plant goes up in a blaze of glory. And then you make your way towards the town. This town is not far off. Maybe a 30-minute walk. You see that it is between a small and medium-sized town, and it does have a wall around it. It's a very old city. Devereaux, with your cartography skills, you would know that cities like that are built like this generally were built between 500 or 600 years ago along this what used to be a trade route from the continent of Westbourne to the main continent where you are now. As you approach, you see a sign at the front of the city gates that declares this the town of Ilverness.
Ilverness. I don't like the first part of this city.
I'm sure it's fine.
The day
What
it's about 3:00 in the afternoon. The sun is shining. It is a beautiful let's see, what month is it? It is a beautiful astral moon day, which is the equivalent of February. No, I'm saying actually it's probably Soldier's Moon. So you're approaching the spring equinox, also called Paylor's Dawn. Soldier's Moon is the equivalent of March. It's a beautiful Soldier's Moon day. The sun is shining. A few clouds in the sky. In the middle of this town is on a hill. It's a large keep. But there are plenty of bars, taverns, blacksmithing places, general stores, homes. Kids are running around. People are selling their wares on the streets.
Is there anybody selling fruit? Like a fruit vendor?
Definitely. There is
without saying.
There's a gnomish woman who appears to be in her later years, sitting on a cart, snoozing. And a bunch of bananas are hanging out.
Bananas. Okay. I go up to the gnome and I excuse me.
What do you want?
I'm looking for pineapples.
Pineapples?
Pineapples, yes.
Do you think I sell pineapples?
No, you sell bananas. Who sells pineapples?
I don't know if you can get pineapples in this town. Do you know how rare those things are? They have to come all the way from Iolan.
Exactly. So, obviously you don't have pineapples. Who has pineapples?
Obviously, I don't have pineapples. What are you trying to say about me?
I'm trying to say you're a banana vendor. I know what a banana vendor looks like. It's you with a bunch of bananas in front of you. So make with the pineapples.
There are no pineapples in this town.
Oh, you don't even know your own competition. I'm sure there's I'll find a pineapple.
Fine, find a fucking pineapple. See if I care.
Yeah, well, enjoy your rotting bananas. They're getting spotty.
Enjoy your go fuck yourself.
Will do, and I walk away. Hey, guys, if you see any pineapples, let me know.
Did you say you're a good negotiator, or did I
Kendall,
forget?
what was that?
What was that?
Oh, you just gotta know how to talk to them.
I feel like you don't know how to do that
talk to
either.
them.
No.
Hey. Are you kidding me? She started it. If you let them punk you around, then they'll charge you all this money for bananas when they're not even that good. Did you see them? They were spotting.
They were
That's when they get
not
good.
very good looking, no.
Yeah, but that means you have to use them right away. You know
It's when
how
you
long-
eat them.
You make them into
Well,
good bread.
Well, yeah, I mean, you could, but you don't need to let the vendors know how much you need what they have, because then they'll charge you so much money. It's
feel like
what
there's-
Salix, this is what Dad calls bartering. It's all part of
don't-
it. The demeanor, the way you talk, how fast you talk. You don't take a lot of time to answer. You gotta give it to them right away.
I don't even know what to say.
I'm speechless too. I don't know.
What did your dad do?
Well, Salix makes this thing with this white powder out of this flour that
Go on.
makes.
Well, no, there's a lot of different things, and any sort of armor and some sorts of boots that we fashion, and there's all sorts of stuff that we make,
So you
trade, and I don't think I've ever heard Father speak like that.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty amazing to see. You'll see sometimes he'll say, "Hey, watch this." And then I don't know what's going to happen, and the next thing we know, we have all this stuff to take back home.
like pineapple.
No, I've seen a pineapple once, and now I need to find it again.
Well, I have a feeling that demanding things like that probably, you know what they say. Mother always said you get more bees with honey than vinegar.
Salix, can I tell you something? Can I tell you something? Come here. Let me tell you
Yeah.
something. These are not bees. They're cutthroat. And they will do anything to take your money.
I just walk off looking very like I don't even know what to say. I go to another vendor who looks like they're selling some sort of meat product.
It's a young human man. Oh, hello there. How can I help you?
Hi, do you have any sausages or bacon?
Of course I do. Of course I do. How much do you need?
Oh, I look back over at Kendall. Oh, let's see, 5 pounds of each.
And I'm walking over sternly and confidently with my shoulders abroad.
And that's my brother. Don't listen to anything he says when he walks up, okay?
Sure. That'll be probably about let's say 8 silver.
Oh, okay. And I pull out. Where's my gear? I give him a gold.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Do you want the change?
Yes, of course she wants the change, sir.
Yes, please.
Okay, sure.
Actually, you know what? Can I just throw in a little bit more bacon for that?
Certainly. Yeah, that sounds great.
Thank you. Thanks.
He wraps up in a big piece of paper uncooked bacon.
Perfect. So I've got about 5 pounds of sausage and 5 pounds of bacon.
That'll last.
Here, let me help you with
days.
that.
At least a couple days. You cannot eat it yet. It's still raw. We have to cook it first, okay?
I know that.
Just making sure.
Hey,
I'm excited
Dev,
though.
Yeah.
do you mind if I grab a couple of those gems?
I mean, I guess. What do you want them for?
I want to see how much they're worth.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Let's go together.
Okay, but we should probably not let anybody know we're carrying so many of them. We should probably maybe only show 4 at a time.
Or, like one at a time?
Also
One's like
works.
a quarter of 4.
Yeah, that's just fine. Come on, let's go.
Great.
Are there
Salix.
any jewelers? Oh, sorry.
No, I'm sorry. We'll get back to where you're going in 1 second.
Sorry.
Salix, no, don't apologize. We'll get there in just a moment. Salix, as you leave the butcher's, you see actually, he has on his cart kind of like a waste bin. That is full of just papers and etc. And you notice that it's not just like a waste bin for his cart. It seems like you through the course of whatever you see, a bunch of people have come over and like drop papers in the waste bin. You gather this is actually for a fire later. You see somebody come over and drop a stack of papers in the bin, and they are wanted posters. And the reason that this catches your attention is because you see a familiar face on one of them. Wanted, one bard by the name of Leona Swiftsilver. Reward, 50,000 gold pieces.
As soon as I see that, I look at the person who put them in the bin. And I want to like try to commit their face to memory.
Sure, it's a young woman, maybe in her late 30s. She has black hair that's pulled back into several ponytails down the back of her head. And she's got like a little scar right here on her lip. And as you look at her, oh, hi. Sorry, can I help you?
Sorry, you look familiar. My apologies. Is there a reason why you're throwing those out?
Oh yeah, these are old. They're from some of the taverns nearby. A lot of these are actually not up for a bounty anymore.
Oh, were they caught?
Some of them. Sometimes the people just put the bounties down.
Oh. Okay.
Sometimes they just get stale. Need to make room for more. But there's an official list up at the keep if you want to go check them out. I don't think we met. I'm called Larkin. She reaches out a hand to you and gives you a smile.
I will shake her hand and smile back. Salix, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Salix. Are you from around here?
No, not really. I've been traveling for a while with my brother, my friends. But we'll hopefully be moving through soon.
Oh, well, if you are, you should stay at, well, not my actual cousin, but a really good friend of mine who I call my cousin. He's got a tavern up here. You should stay with him. I can get you a good deal.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Sure. Let me just pull up my notes and make sure I have the right
name?
Yep.
Salix, you're doing so good. A deal is always a good thing.
Yes. Just it's called the Basilisk and the Bastille. Anna, my friend Anna, she's the bartender over there. She's really hard to miss. Bright pink hair, nose ring, really cute.
One more time the name.
Anna.
It was Anna.
Perfect. No, that was just me because I was writing the name of the tavern down. Because I take notes. Okay, perfect.
I take note. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, thank you so much.
Sure. Sure, I'm just in town for a few days too. I could buy you a drink if you wanted.
That sounds great. Come on, Kendall, let's grab the others and go. Unless you want to tell them where to meet us.
Oh, is this your brother?
Yes. Oh, sorry. This is Kendall.
Oh, wow. Are y'all twins?
Yes.
Kinda.
Hi, Kendall. I'm Larkin.
Hey, Larkin. And I kind of smirk at her and smile at her.
Maybe I'll buy you a drink too.
Yeah, I'd like that. I like
Excellent.
drinks and bacon. Now you know everything you need to know about me.
Oh, I doubt that. But I'll catch y'all later. Have a good one.
Okay.
Hey, well, she was nice. Larkin.
Me as a player could never trust anyone named Larkin. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, if nothing else, we can go to the inn and hopefully by saying Larkin's name, Anna will give us a discount on rooms or something.
Yes. The father's told me about this. Knowing somebody that knows somebody else. It's the discount, the deal. I think
Yeah.
so. We'll figure it out. Let's go find the other two.
Yeah, where's Kiri and Ren?
Curie and Devereaux.
Dev.
Sorry.
Curie and Devereaux, were y'all wanting to go find some jeweler?
Yeah, a jeweler or a bank or something.
Yeah, you do find a jeweler. It's a small place, run by a human man in his late 50s. Shock of white hair that's thinning on top of his head, bright blue eyes, a kind smile. Oh, hello, you two. How can I help you?
Hi, I'm Kiri. This is my friend Dev. We came across something while we were on our way here, and I just wanted to see if I could get your opinion on what this is worth, and I will hand him one sapphire.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, let me just have a look. This is a nice sapphire. It's kind of small. I would say it's worth about. Well. Yeah. About 5 gold pieces.
Okay.
Do you want me to sell it to you, or buy it from you?
Sure. That'd be great.
Sure.
On the off chance that we found quite a few more of those, do you know anywhere we would be able to sort of offload these in bulk?
Oh, how many do you have?
I give you a quick soft tap in your knee because I'm short. Or no, you're short too. We're both short.
You're short.
I give you a little ribbing, and I'm like, let's just say 5.
Was that whisper audible only to me, or?
I would sure hope so.
Devereaux,
Okay.
make a stealth check.
It was a Homer Simpson whisper.
Oh god.
Stealth check? Oh no. Oh no. Am I good at this? I honestly don't know. 13. That's a lucky number.
Okay. Seemed pretty quiet to you.
All right. We found 5, and I will hand him 5 sapphires.
So a total of 6. Wow. Okay, so that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 gold pieces. That's that's about the extent of what I can buy from you. I don't keep much gold here in store.
Of course. Yeah.
Sure. Okay. I'll just one
So
second.
5 per. We'll give you 5, and we'll take the 25 gold.
Oh, sure. He takes the sapphires, heads back to his or leaves the sapphires on the table, heads back to his back room. He hears some clicking and whirring as a safe opens. A couple jingle of coins before he returns. Sets 25 gold pieces on the counter. Does this sound like a fair trade?
I think so.
Awesome. Well, there you go. Have a nice day. Thank you. Truly.
You too. Head out with my 25 gold pieces.
Okay.
5
Our.
less sapphires. Right. It's both of ours. Wink. Just kidding. No, we'll share it.
I was going to say.
Is there anything else that you all would like to accomplish as you reunite back in the town square?
Not that I can think of.
Well, we just met a really nice girl. Her name was
Larkin.
thank you.
It
Her
was
name was
Larkin.
Larkin, and she told me that she was actually friends with an innkeep at that Basilisk and Bastille. So we could probably get some rooms there.
Her cousin Anna.
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds like a good idea.
As you all head to the Basilisk and the Bastille, that is where we will call it a session, friends. Y'all did great today. Fantastic work, friends.
you.
If you like what we've got going on here, don't forget to check out our Discord. It's a good time. Also, if you like what you saw today, don't feel free to check out the first few sessions of Fate's Chosen's campaign, because this is exactly where they started off their campaign, was in this town right here, at the Basilisk of the Bastille. Let's go ahead and do our sign-offs. As you sign off, say your name, anything you'd like to plug, and your favorite moment of the stream today. Who wants to start?
I'll start. Hi, I'm Erisavad. I played Salix today. First off, my favorite thing today was probably talking to that raven. That was really cool. I'm going to have to watch the VOD to get that conversation again because it's really fuzzy, but I thought the entire concept was super awesome. So thank you, Camille, for that. Normally, when I'm not sick, am either playing RPGs or sewing stuff like dice trays and whatnot. Because you're watching this, you can go to my store, which is erisavad.com, and use the code O4ABAY for 10% off. Yep, just like it says in there. And
Thanks,
yeah,
Ace.
thank you. Yeah, I love you all. This is great.
Juan Carlos?
Hey everyone, I'm Juan Carlos. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Sombrero. I DM and edit a podcast called the Paradise Podcast, my own homebrew campaign. If you saw the leggies and the feet of somebody behind me grabbing something in the middle of this podcast or this stream, that was one of my co-hosts. But anyways, we will be back in the new year. We took a little holiday vacation or a holiday hiatus, and I'm working on another project that I think the Open for Adventure crew is really gonna like. But you may see something at the beginning of February about that, and I'll say a little bit more about that later on. And my favorite part of this this session was the small interaction with the banana vendor.
Very good. Ren?
Hi, that's me. My name's Ren. Tonight I had the extreme privilege of playing the role of Devereaux Thistlebrook, and you can find me at on Twitter at Thorny Dryad. That's like a prickly bush. I obviously play here in the Open for Adventure community, and I am also the voice of the enigmatic Warforged character named 8 in an upcoming podcast called Roads Uncharted, which should be releasing content at the start of the new year. So look for that in the first quarter. My favorite part of the stream today, there were a lot of really good moments. I think particularly one of my favorite things was Kiri busting out Speak with Animals to talk with the teeny little sparrow. And I'm not going to lie, I loved Camille playing the role of a bird.
Twice today.
Twice. But the energetic head bobbing was so fun.
And last but not least.
Hi everybody, I'm Alex. You can find me on Twitter at AxolotlCure. I usually just tweet about D&D and RPGs and stuff. This is the only streaming game that I'm playing at the moment, and I don't really have anything else to plug right now. My favorite moment of the session was the sort of back and forth sibling talk at the beginning of the session between Kendall and Salix. Like, honestly, that was just funny. That was just hysterical. I loved every bit of it.
Definitely. Oh my god, y'all have the best moments. My my name is Camille. I play everybody else. I am your host and Dungeon Master here on Open for Adventure. I'm going to give a super special shout out to our Patreon Warm Fuzzies, who are Bel Chavez and Callan. Thank y'all so much for supporting us and what we love to do. It's a great time. You can follow me on Twitter at CamilleDoesDND. And you can find the channel at Open4, the number 4 adventure. My favorite part of the night, oh god. My favorite part of the session today, anytime Devereaux is hungry or like makes food comments, I'm always thrilled. But I liked how Salix picked up. I liked how, especially how Salix picked up on the Wren stuff, or not the Wren, the Raven stuff. So that was a really good conversation. What else am I forgetting? I think that's it. We've got a session coming up tomorrow night, and then a session on, I think this week, Strands is premiering on Wednesday. I'm not sure what time they start, but I will find out and we will post about it. If you want to be kept up to date, join our Discord, follow us on Twitter, etc. All that good stuff. That's it. I am going to run the credits, but before I do, I want to give a special shout out to our sponsors, Campaign Coins. They're amazing. We love them. And we just had a giveaway from them recently, but we will do another one very, 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 very soon. All right, y'all. I hope everybody has a lovely Sunday evening. Everybody say bye.